and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Wednesday Night Warrior Series. This time, not the ump mods, we're going with the big blocks at Cedar Lake. Special race here tonight. Actually, this afternoon when we're looking at the racetrack, about midday timing there, but nighttime as we listen in on the broadcast. Don Santina here with you for week number 4. Cars are getting ready during their practice session, getting some hot laps in. Jacob Fields is currently quickest at 13.926. 29 cars currently in the server. We're going to send it on trackside so that we can go to our pre-race ceremonies and get back for our qualifying session. So let's send it on down trackside.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back. Great national anthem and invocation there. Thanks to the Foley boys. We have about 9 minutes left to go here in our practice session. Jacob Fields still on top of the charts. We're going to take a few looks around this track because we have some sweet camera angles that we're going to use. We're going to get ready though as we're going to get going to our Heat 1, actually, I believe. Yeah, no qualifying session. So we're going to go right to Heat 1. Looks like we're going to have 4 heat races, a C main, a B main, and then our practice session again, and then our A main. So here we go. Gridding out on the row 1 for the Edmond Trophy Company Heat Race number 1 for Elbows Up Sim Sport, Catch Fence Apparel. We got this camera for this. It's perfect. From Bloomington, Indiana, the 82 Dustin Griffiths. That is outside for Raw Power Motorsports, DSRL, DRN, Tim Sins, General Tires, and Wicked Cushion. From Edmond, Oklahoma, that's the 000 of Roger Wagner. He's going to be driving 31 in the 82, and will actually be the 9 on the racetrack tonight. Row number 2 will be the 129 of Cooper Weiss. Does not look like he's checked in. Blaze Baker and the 077, or just a 77 on the racetrack, will be on the outside of row number 2. Row number 3 for GoToStCroix.com from Naugatuck, Connecticut, the 17 of Christopher Monroe. His outside, the 020 of Keenan Batter. Row number 4. It's not giving me the numbers there, but row number 4 the 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick on the inside, the 88 of Garrett Boyd. Kelsey Hall, see you commenting there in on the group, rooting on the 88, Garrett Boyd. Rounding it out in row number 5 on the inside, the 007 of Jacob Hughes is outside, 29. Humphrey getting ready to go. 4 cars advancing straight from each heat race to the main main. The rest of the So as I said, 4 going directly to the A main. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Off into turns 1 and 2 at Cedar Lake. We are green flag racing. We're going to try to use as many of these cameras as we can. It's going to be kind of tough with trying to announce as well, but right now it is Dustin Griffiths, Roger Wagner up front, then Blaze Baker and Christopher Monroe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jacob Fields in 5th, Garrett Boyd 6th, Keaton Batters 7th, Jeff Fitzpatrick 8th. Paul Crumry in 9th, 9 cars on the racetrack. There's your race leader right there in the 9 machine. That is Dustin Griffiths. Coming to 5 to go. Good action here from the RV camera. Right into your living rooms here in 3 and 4. Good battle there. Blaze Baker, Jacob Fields getting around Roger Wagner. There's your second and third, Blaze Baker, Jacob Fields. Fields in the black 007, Baker in the 77. Take a look back here at Roger Wagner. He's holding on to that final transfer position for the time being, but here comes Christopher Monroe and Garrett Boyd right behind him. They're doing battle for 5th and 6th. They're going to swallow up Roger Wagner. He's struggling a little bit here. He's going to drop through. Griffiths got over a second lead on your second place racer now of Jacob Fields. He got around Blaze Baker. Things going fast here in this opening heat race at Cedar Lake. Here comes your race leader, Dustin Griffiths, is going to take the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 1. Jacob Fields, Blaze Baker, Garrett Boyd, all going to head with him to the A main. Monroe, Batters, Fitzpatrick, Crumry, Wagner, Weiss, all going to our C mains. We'll get ready for heat race number 2. Going to grid out here in just a second. All right, thank you for a couple of you already checking in. Dustin, we see you're in here. Glenn from Flint, Michigan, just a little ways up the road in northern lower Michigan. The Petoskey, Charlevoix area is where I'm at. Rich, I see you in Kalamazoo. I drove right by Flint, Michigan today. Went and bought a new used snowmobile, so drove down there, made the trip back, and got back in time for the broadcast. All right, heat race number 2, School of Sim Racing heat race on the pole. The 11 of Shane Yates, to his outside, Twisted Motorsports D2 race designs from Duluth, Minnesota, the 67 of Miles Jansen. Row number 2 for Cadillac from Albany, New York, the 110 of Kevin Hanley. To his outside will be the 93 of Rory Collins. Row number 3 on the inside for Forrest Waggy, I-55 lawyer, UDSRA from St. Louis, Missouri, that's the 73 of Larry Moody. To his outside, the 156 of Darren Bush. He just joined us today. Row number 4, the 66 of Mason Hamill. To his outside for GB Restoration and Repair from East Troy, Wisconsin. That is the 777 of Gary Budsey. Rounded out for Jessup Logistics, Eblop Sim Sports, West Middlesex, Pennsylvania's 25, Richard Preston. And for Brent Mark's Sim Racing Team, Alkaline 88 from Ontario, Ohio, the 025 of Kevin Click. And we already got a caution on the racetrack, my bad there. Spent too long going through our grid, so we'll go back and see who brought out the caution. It might be Rory Collins. He's in pit road back there. go back and take a look, see what might have happened. Off the start, was there contact in the back? Rory Collins goes into turn 1. Down the backstretch, climbs that outside wall. 1, 2 and a half as he rolls it up there on the back deck lid. So 2.5 flips, and now he's down there sitting in the pits. We'll give you how we started. Shane Yates out front, Miles Jansen in second, Kevin Hanley in third, Larry Moody fourth, Mason Hamill fifth, Richie Preston sixth, Gary Budzine seventh, Kevin Click eighth, Darren Bunch ninth, Rory Collins in 10th. Sean rooting for Mason Leon tonight. Troy, that's a pretty aggressive threat there. We'll have to see what Buddy Ware does tonight, but calling everybody out. Little intimidation factor, making it interesting here in the group chat. Make sure if you're watching to send us a message. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We've already got quite a few people checking in on Facebook. We're also on Twitch, YouTube, anywhere else we're being streamed. Make sure to comment in the chat. Tell us where who you're rooting for and where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out on the broadcast. Here's your speed camera as we're working on lap 2 of 8. The race leader continues to be Shane Yates after the restart. Miles Jansen, Larry Moody, Richie Preston, the top 4 right now. Kevin Click, Kevin Hanley battling it out back here for the 5th and 6th spots. Now Mason Hamill jumping up there. 4 cars in there trying to battle for 5, 6 spots. Oh, contact. Hamill and I believe Click got together. Now it's Hanley and Larry Moody battling it out. This is for the 3rd and 4th spot. Here they are battling it right there. There's Kevin Hanley. Larry Moody the inside in the 73 machine. More trouble there for Hamill as he goes up on the wall. Good view here from the infield of that battle. This is for 3rd and 4th. Let's go take a look at your leader. There's Shane Yates. He's in cruise control mode right now. Coming to the white flag. Coming out of turn 4 this time. The School of Sim Racing Heat Race number 2 is going to go to Shane Yates, Kevin Hanley, Miles Jansen, Larry Moody. Going to advance, Kevin Click, Darren Bush, Mason Hamill, Gary Budzine, Richie Preston, Rory Collins. All going to go to the LCQs. The Scott King Designs Heat Race number 3 is gritting out on the track, starting on the pole. 0-1 of Jason Schilling. To his outside, Brunt Marks Racing Sim Teams, Baps Auto Supply, and Wicked Cushion from Farmington, Minnesota. The 15 of Michael Sheridan. Row number 2 on the inside, the 07 of Jaden Wolf. To his outside, for BGI Sim Sport, Paints by Boyd, BGI from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. The 99 of Kobe Cooper. Row number 3 for Beware Racing, Superior Builder from Iola, Kansas, the 017 of Buddy Ware. To his outside for Team Scott King Designs, Scott King's Designs, King's Color and Chrome. Telly Lake Fast Wings from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the 118 of Scott King. Row number 4 on the inside for Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV from Ellington, Florida, the 54 of John Batista. To his outside for BGI Sim Sport, Night Trips from Owasso, Oklahoma, the 13 of Cody Kelly. Rounding it out in the 5th row, starting on the inside for Rearview Boat Storage from Bellevue, Iowa, the 87 of Jack LaFleur. To his outside for BGI Sim Sport, BSB from Junction City, Kansas, the 1 of Jacob Schmutz. Couple BGI SimSport drivers in here in this heat race. We're getting ready to go with our Scott King Designs heat race number 3. 4 more will be advancing. Pace truck down and away. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Jumping out to the early race lead is Jason Schilling. He's going to pull ahead of Michael Sheridan and Kobe Cooper as they come through, taking the stands view approach here in this heat race. Nice up close and personal. See a car getting ready to pull on the racetrack there. Not quite sure who that was. Sometimes if they join late like that, it'll pull out a caution. But look at that, 3 wide from second on back. Contact there. Jason Schilling gets bumped out. Michael Sheridan, your new race leader. Here comes Buddy Ware along with him in the 17 machine. Kobe Cooper in the 9. He's 99 in the program, 9 on the racetrack in the 3rd spot. Schilling in that 01 in 4th. Here comes Scott King in 5th. Battle back there with Cody Kelly and John Batista. The top 7 all together right now. We're looking at 5th, 6th, and 7th, but everyone going to the top line a little bit except that 17 machine of Buddy Ware, who just took over the race lead for the moment. Coming to 4 to go. 3 wide out of 4 that time. Cooper poking his nose in the middle between Sheridan and Ware. Great battle up here at the front of the racetrack. These big block modifieds making their appearance here on the Wednesday Night Warrior Series. President Roger Wagner said this was the race they decided to do because it was such a popular choice by all the drivers involved. Here comes Kobe Cooper again in the middle of 3 and 4. Can he make it work this time? No, he's going to have to settle. Taking a look back at the press box. Here we go. It's Ware and Sheridan trying to battle it out here in the 3 and 4. Coming to the line this time. Who's going to have it? Michael Sheridan will pick up the Scott King Design heat race win. Buddy Ware, Colby Cooper, and Jason Schilling will jump up there and get to the final transfer spot, just beating John Batista out at the line. King, Kelly, Smuts, and the rest are going to go through to our LCQs. And we are not going to have a 4th heat race. We're going to go straight to our C main. Sean, we see you there rooting for Coop and Buddy Ware. Both of them getting through there, I do believe. Getting ready for our C main. This is the Sign It Up Signs and Graphics C main. Gridding out on the racetrack already. We're going to have 11 cars here in our C main. Let me get a good camera view here so you can see the cars. It's starting to roll. There we go. On the inside, starting on the pole, the 66 of Mason Hamill to his outside, the 13 of Cody Kelly. Row 2, the inside, 29 of Paul Crummery to his outside, the 777 of Gary Budzine. Row number 3 on the inside, the one of Jacob Smuts. Outside, the 31 of Roger Wagner, even though it says 000 in the program. 25 of Richie Preston on the inside, 87 of Jack LaFleur on the outside. Row number 5, the 129 of Cooper Weiss, and the 93 of Rory Collins. And rounding it out, the 07 of Jaden Wolf. Getting ready to go with our Sign It Up Signs and Graphics C main. I believe 4 will transfer to the back of the B main. And then we'll take 8 to the show. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. C main underway. Little contact there through 1 and 2. I'm going to try to do is feature 1 or 2 different cameras each race, just to show you how many good cameras we have. This is the backstretch camera. I really like this one. Different perspective. Got a caution on the racetrack. This camera kind of gives you a different look at what's going on. Looks like Roger Wagner, our series president, is involved with this one. There he is in that 31 machine at the top of the screen. Drives into 1 and 2. Little contact in front of him. Comes out of it. Taps the wall a little bit. Goes into 3 and 4. And just loses it. And then he takes a shot from the 87 of LaFleur. That sends him up and over. couple of tumbles, and he'll have to take it into pit road to get repairs. So that will reset the grid. Mason Hamill, Cody Kelly, Jacob Smutch, Richie Preston, Paul Crumry, the top 5. I do really like Cody Kelly's design here in that 13 car. Let's go take a look at it. I think it's pretty sweet. I like the USA 1 with the gold 3. He might have that for most of his races, but it looks good on this big block modified. I really like the scheme on that one. All right, getting ready to go for our restart. Here they come right into your living room again, into 1 and 2. Mason Hamill able to hold on to the restart as we get going. Cody Kelly diving off in there in that 3rd spot, trying to battle for 2nd and 3rd. Still Hamill, Kelly. Smuts now up to the 2nd position. He's battling with Cody Kelly. Jacob Smuts making his way up through this C main. 12 laps in the C main, unlike 10 in the heat races. Smuts trying to use that bottom line, but it's not working too well. Here comes Richie Preston to the outside. Top line definitely a little bit better than the bottom line right now. Much holding on to that final transfer position right now. Looks like Kelly and Richie Preston might get into a battle here for a second for 2nd and 3rd. Jaden Wolf in the 5th position, just on the outside. He's starting to creep into the mix. Oh, he taps the outside wall just a little bit. Here he comes. He's going to try to make a slider here on Smuts. Smuts going to cross him back over, hold that 4th spot at the line. Working on 3 laps left to go. We're looking at this battle for the final transfer position. Driving up to the back there of Smuts. Mason Hamill's out by 1.2 seconds over Cody Kelly. Cody Kelly 0.2 of a second over Richie Preston. This is that final transfer spot. White flag in the air, and Jaden Wolf has got around Jacob Smuts. Here comes Wolf. We'll go back to the press box view to see the finish. Mason Hamill coming around to claim the Sign It Up Signs and Graphic C-Main win. Cody Kelly, Richie Preston, Jaden Wolf, all advanced. Smuts, Wise, Budzine, Collins, LaFleur, Crumry, Wagner. Your nights are going to be done. We're going to head to our B main. It's going to be gridding out in just a second. My bad. I did not know my microphone was muted, so I don't know what was up with that, but I had muted my microphone. My bad. We are working on 2 laps to go. Kevin Click is your race leader. Christopher Monroe second, Mason Hamill third, Darren Bush fourth, Scott King fifth, Cody Kelly sixth, Keenan Batters seventh, Jeff Fitzpatrick eighth. That's the final transfer positions right now. Kevin Click will take the School of Sim Racing B main win. Christopher Monroe, Hamill, Bush, King, Kelly, Batters, and Fitzpatrick all gonna make it to the A main. While they get ready for a practice session, we are gonna go take a break. Kelsey, I see your message that Scott King does, or not Scott King, my bad there. That, let me think for a second. Mine's going all over the place. Cody Kelly does his own paint jobs, and that's a pretty good one. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our A-main action. My bad, I did it again. Real quick, starting on the pole, the 82 of Dustin Griffith, Shane Yates on his outside. Row 3, the 15 of Michael Sheridan, the 007 of Jacob Fields. Row 3, the 110 of Kevin Hanley, the 17 of Buddy Ware. Row 4, the 77 of Blaze Baker to his outside, the 67 of Miles Jansen. Row 5, the 99 of Cody Moody and the 88 of Garrett Boyd. Row 6, the 73 of Larry Moody and the 01 of Jason Schilling. Row 7, the 025 of Kevin Click and the 66 of Mason Hamill. Row number 8, the 17 of Christopher Monroe and the 156 of Darren Bush. Row 9, Scott King and Cody Kelly. And row 10, Keenan Batters and Jeff Fitzpatrick. Here we go with the A-main underway. It's the Wichita Tire and Alignment A-main. Of the race here real quick. We are underway with lap number 1. Dustin Griffith's out front right away. 35 laps for the feature. Good battle on back here for the second and third. Sorry about that, everyone. At 2 different points in the race. My bad, rookie mistake. I know better than that. Don't know why I messed it up today, but we're with it now here for the A main. Look at Dustin Griffiths jump the cushion there just a little bit. He's got it under control now. back to our press box view. Shane Yates in the second position. Jacob Fields in the third position. Those three have pulled away and settled in single file. Back behind them, though, Buddy Ware getting into contact. Kevin Handley caution out with Kobe Cooper. We caught it just as it started to happen. Here's an instant replay. Little tap there from Christopher Monroe. Comes into into 3 and 4. It's a little squirrely, brings it around. Tries to stay off Monroe, gets run over by Baker, comes down the track, gets into Cooper, and then a couple other cars there at the end, but Cooper taking the brunt of that lick. So what I was saying, while my microphone was muted for the second time, was that you can take your dirt sim racing to the next level by joining the best sim racing community online today. At the School of Sim Racing, you can learn to drive and set up your car like a pro, with a ton of free training and free setups for sprint cars, late models, midgets, and more. It's the perfect place to get your dirt sim racing on the right track. Visit schoolofsimracing.net to learn more today. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making this possible here at the Dirt Racing Network. Of course, School of Sim Racing and Tim Sims, but also Edmond Trophy Company, Scott King Designs, Black Diamond Motorsports, Sun It Up Signs and Graphics, and of course, tonight's feature sponsor, Wichita Tire and Alignment. Getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. Out front, it is that 9 car of Dustin Griffiths, leading us around here to complete lap number 5. Got 30 laps to go. Shane Yates is driving up there, though. He's starting to challenge. For that lead. Half a second between Yates and Griffiths at the time being. Jacob Fields holding on to that third spot closely behind Shane Yates. And it's Michael Sheridan in 4th. Buddy Ware in 5th. So sorry, that was my bad. Buddy Ware made contact with Handley there. It wasn't Christopher Monroe. Then it was Garrett Boyd, Miles Jansen in there. There's Hamill. And that is up to the 7th position. Miles Jansen just got around Mason Hamill for the 7th position. Moves Jansen back to 8th. They're battling back and forth for those positions. Kevin Click in the 9th position with Larry Moody rounding out the top 10. Dustin Griffith's lead not going anywhere. Look at this line up the top of 1 and 2 for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They are nose to tail coming through there. Some trouble there for Griffiths. We got a caution on the racetrack. That might have been the perfect timing for that 9 machine, as he was about to get run by Shane Yates and the 007 of Jacob Fields, as Griffiths got a little sideways there in 4 and had some trouble. Let's go back. Looks like it might have been Blaze Baker that brought out the caution. He gets into it with Larry Moody a little bit. No, there's a car in front of him. Who is that? Was that the 025 of Kevin Click? I don't think it was Garrett Boyd. Garrett Boyd's got like gold numbers, so it definitely wasn't him. But my timing and scoring would stop for a second. I'd probably be able to figure it out. Yeah, it was. It was the 025 of Kevin Click that got turned down to the infield. Oh, it was in front of him. Miles Jansen went around, collected Click. Click went to the infield, and that's when Blaze Baker got turned around. So 10 laps will be in the books when we restart again. Timing and scoring messing with me here, trying to get back up to Dustin Griffiths, who's our race leader. Double file restart. Here we go. We are away. Green flag back in the air. Pace truck got to dive off there, off the back side. Green flag back in. Here we go. Jacob Fields up to the 2nd position. already, I'm assuming, can you join the league? If that's what you mean, message the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page to get more. Oh, there we go. I believe Roger already answered that you are already a member. So, Dustin Griffiths, Jacob Fields, Shane Yates, your top 3. Caution on the racetrack again. We're having some trouble here. This one might be Jason Sheeling, and it is. Let's go back and see how this one happened. Here he is running into 3 and 4. Does Larry Moody get into him a little bit? Nope. Might be next time around. Let's watch. See if it starts at 1 or 2. 3 wide in front of him. Hamill's in there. He gets into the wall, rides the wall into 3 and 4, then just turns it around, gets clipped by Hanley again. So Mason Hanley just having some bad luck here in the A main. So we've made it, it'll be 13 laps down when we go green flag racing again. Dustin Griffiths has led every single lap so far. Jacob Fields jumped ahead of Shane Yates, though, on that last restart. Kevin Hanley going down pit road, rejoining the field. Lights are out on the base truck, so we should go racing once again. Base truck going to speed away, try to get out of the way. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Coming into 1 and 2 again. Now in the backstretch we go. Taking it from the fans' point of view here. You see that 9 machine running right up against the wall. Some cars going to the top side there in 1 and 2. Going to choose to go to the top side in 3 and 4 as well. Here comes Jacob Fields battling for that second spot. In the lead, my bad. Second and first. All Fields gets into the wall. That's going to shake it up. Shane Yates getting by. Garrett Boyd getting by. Mason Hamill was not able to catch up and get to that 4th spot. So Fields will stay in 4th for the time being, but that shakes up the top 3. Dustin Griffiths has the lead back. Shane Yates in 2nd. Jacob Fields now got back around Garrett Boyd for that 3rd spot, so he's back on the podium. Meanwhile, Dustin Griffiths starting to pull away a little bit. About 7/10 of a second is what it's been. He had it under that, but now Shane Yates able to chip away at it under 7/10, about 0.68 now. Staying pretty consistent that lap time. Jacob Fields taking a slider now on Shane Yates. He's going to try another one here in 3 and 4. Shane Yates going to cross him back over. Shane Yates going to slide up. Fields going to go up on the top of the wall. Now he's really going to fall. Let's jump back up here. Shane Yates returned the favor, but made contact with Fields. Garrett Boyd's going to be able to get away for the 2nd place position now after that contact with Yates and Fields. So Boyd, the big beneficiary there. Here comes Mason Hamill as well. That's allowed your race leader, Dustin Griffiths, to pull away by 1.6 seconds over 2nd and 3rd. Shane Yates had some trouble. He's gone off the grid. Garrett Boyd in 2nd now. Mason Hamill in that final podium position, and there's a big gap from Mason Hamill back to Kevin Click. It's over 2 seconds of difference. There's Jacob Fields in the 5th place spot. We're closing in on 11 laps left to go. Does he have enough time to not only get by Kevin Click, but then go track down the 66 of Mason Hamill? That 007 machine has probably some significant damage from riding the wall in 1 and 2. I don't know if Jacob Fields is going to be able to do it. working on 10 to go now. Coming to 9 to go. Dustin Griffiths has put it on cruise control at the moment, up 1.73 seconds over Garrett Boyd. Seemed like Jacob Fields and Shane Yates were going to be the two that, if anybody could run them down, they were going to do it. Right now, Boyd did close the gap by about a tenth, but a tenth is not going to get it done when you have less than 10 laps left to go. Garrett Boyd's going to have to drive his heart out for this feature win tonight. Mason Hamill still got almost 2 seconds over Kevin Clegg, so they're all pretty safe in their spots, barring a mistake. Dustin Griffiths coming around to complete lap 29, 6 to go here in our Wichita Tire and Alignment feature for the Wednesday Night Warrior Series at Cedar Lake with our big block modifieds. Special race here for our Wednesday night series. 5 to go. Garrett Boyd securely in the second position. Kelsey, he's looking good. He's just got to run 5 more clean laps. They don't have to be perfect. They've just got to be clean. And he can come away with a second place on the podium. That lead's still saying at 1.66 seconds until all of a sudden the caution comes out, and this will change everything. We're going to bring it back up, close up that gap that was at 1.66 seconds, and try it all over again. And if you're Dustin Griffiths, your heart has to be in your throat right now because you had this thing on lock. And now you got to have another restart. Trying to see who it might have been. Is Michael Sheridan? It is Michael Sheridan. Took a little bit to go find him, so we'll jump back here a little bit more. No, he's 8 laps down, so it's not Michael Sheridan. Miles Jansen, possibly? Go back and look. Yep, he went up over the berm and took a nasty crash there to that entrance wall coming back on the racetrack. So let's reset the order as we get ready to go once again. Dustin Griffiths, Garrett Boyd, Mason Hamill, Jacob Fields, Cody Kelly, the top 5. Buddy Ware, Kobe Cooper, Blaze Baker, Kanan Batters, Darren Bunch, the top 10. Green flag back in the air, 4 to go. Let's keep an eye on that 3rd and 4th place spot. Jacob Fields trying to battle back once again to get a spot. Don't count out Cody Kelly or the 17 of Buddy Ware. Everything is all tight again after the restart. Mason Hamill knows Jacob Fields is back there. He's trying to push up on Garrett Boyd. These 3 in the top 3 spots had a secure podium position. Now it's all up in the air as Jacob Fields is on their tail once again. 4 cars battling for 3 spots. Garrett Boyd is going to be the odd man out. Gets a bump for Jacob Fields. He's going to go to the back. He's going to fall like a rock. He's back to 5th. Checkered flag in the air. Dustin Griffiths is going to take the win. Mason Hamill comes across in 2nd. Jacob Fields in 3rd. Kobe Cooper 4th. Garrett Boyd 5th. Cody Kelly 6th. Kanan Batters 7th. Buddy Ware in 8th. Blaze Baker 9th. And Darren Bunch in 10th. Kelsey, it almost looked like a guarantee that 88 car was going to make the podium, and all of a sudden, that caution comes out, and once a caution comes out, everything gets thrown up in the air. And unfortunately for Garrett Boyd tonight, it turns out that he is on the raw end of the deal. Get back to my press box view because I think that's the best shot we're going to have. I don't know. Looks like Jacob Fields has already left. So let's see if we can get him up in the booth here tonight. Our 3rd place finisher, Jacob Fields. All right, looks like he might have left the server altogether. I don't see him in our chat either, unless I'm missing something. I do not see him. So we will go to our second place driver. We'll get Mason Hamill up in here. Mason, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. What was it like coming to Cedar Lake? What was the track like tonight out there? A little bit different event with the big blocks. How did the track hold up from the driver's seat?
I haven't run here much, and I'm not too good in these big blocks. Track started off pretty slick, to be honest. I wasn't ready for it. This was my first night on the set, anyways.
You had some luck there in front of you. A couple guys got into the wall. What did you see from your driver's seat, and how did you try to take advantage of that and finish up on the podium?
Well, in practice and in the lower mains, I just kept hitting the wall running the top, so I knew I just gotta stick to the bottom. Everyone else probably gonna do what I was gonna do, hit the wall coming off of 1 and 2. And I just kept putting the bottom, and they just kept getting in the wall.
All right, man. You said it's your first night in here. You finished second overall. Is there anyone you like to thank before we send you on your way here tonight?
Nah, probably Blaze Baker. He's the one that got me into the series and got me the setup.
All right. Well, that's your second place finisher, Mason Hamill. We'll get our race winner in here with us. Make sure that Jacob Fields has not come back in. He is not, so we will get your race winner, Dustin Griffiths, up here in the booth. Dustin, you got a copy?
I got you, bud.
All right, man. Seemed like your car was just purely dominant here in this A main. What made you so fast tonight?
I think it's just laps. Since the drop of big blocks, I really just tried to learn the car. It was a new car, and uh, they kind of have that sprint car chassis kind of look to them, and I needed to get away from sprint cars. I'm a sprint car pro, so I'm getting burned out on sprint cars, and uh, why not on a new car? So these are a lot of fun. It produces a lot of good racing. Um, a lot of pack racing, really, especially if it starts tacky and then carries on throughout the night. You'll see a lot of guys switch their lines and stuff, which is what I really wish we had here. But it went slick, and then we carried it through the night, so I can't really complain. But yeah, I think laps was what really just helped me stay smooth, especially on a fixed setup.
I was going to ask, Rod, we made this kind of a special event going to Cedar Lake. Everyone was asking to run the big blocks. Overall in the night, what did you think? How did it go?
Oh, for me, it went really well. I never really get to dominate nor win. So usually I'm always falling short to a teammate or like Jacob's Field. He showed up tonight, and I really thought he was going to be the guy to beat. And I thought he was just going to, once he got to the lead, he was just going to walk it. So I saw him get to second, and I just kept my composure and really just did my own thing, try to focus on my line and keep it out of the fence and stuff. A lot of guys were hitting the outside wall and like bike or shooting the front end up or biking it or something. And there was a couple times where I hit it, and I get nervous or I get scared going into the corner. So, but yeah, I think Big Blocks at Cedar Lake is one of the better tracks for sure. It's if you can get the bottom to roll, the bottom's really really good. If you can rip around the top like we were there, and then there's like the slider in 3 and 4. There's just so many lines. I mean, I changed my line 3 times tonight. So
Well,
Cedar Lake obviously is always going to be a big deal.
well, I'll tell you, Billy Rowley was very excited for you. He put out a big celebration in the group chat for us. So, is there anyone you'd like to thank before we send you on your way here tonight?
Yeah, Billy Raleigh actually did the car. He did my real life car too, my non-wing sprint car in IRL. He does all my paints. He does a fantastic job. I watched him do this, and I got real excited. So I was feeling good. I looked pretty, and just dominant fashion. I also like to thank Cressa Donuts, Elbows Up Sim Sport, Jessup Logistics, Roof Co., Hergot Real Estate, just everybody that helps support Elbows Up. I like to thank Flow Racing as well. On Elbows Up Facebook, there's a link in the bio that allows you to do. If you use that website, you get to subscribe to Flow Racing. It helps out the team, and obviously it helps out Flow Racing. You get the Chili Bowl coming up. You also get the Tulsa Shootout, plus USAC and the All Stars. So it's the cheapest one around, and it's the best one, honestly.
All right, well, that's your winner here tonight at Cedar Lake. And Dustin Griffiths taking home the win in dominating fashion. We'll give you the final results here before we send you on your way tonight. Dustin Griffiths, as we said, leading all 31 laps. Mason Hamill coming across in second. Jacob Fields in third. Kobe Cooper fourth. Garrett Boyd rounds out your top five. Cody Kelly, 6th. 7th, Kenyon Batters. 8th, Buddy Ware. 9th, Blaze Baker. And 10th, Darren Bush. Rounding out the top 10, Christopher Monroe, 11th. Scott King, 12th. 13, Kevin Click. 14, Miles Jansen. 15, Jason Schilling. 16, Shane Yates. 17th, Michael Sheridan. 18th, Larry Moody. 19th, Kevin Hanley, and 20th, Jeff Fitzpatrick. That rounds out the night. Week 4 now in the books. Congrats to our top 3, Dustin Griffiths, Mason Hamill, Jacob Fields. Come back tomorrow night for our Thursday night special here on the Dirt Racing Network. It will be the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series, of course, going live at 8 Eastern, and then come back Sunday night for our Hales Corner series. Roger's got 2 races going Sunday night, and then we start it right back over on Monday, again with our 360 sprint cars. So if you haven't already, go check out our Facebook page. Make sure you follow it. We are very, very close. I think we are inside 60, closing in on less than 50 people to follow the page to get to 10,000. Once we get there, we will put on a big special show for everybody. We want to get there by the end of the month, hopefully before the end of the month. So we're making a big push, trying to get there. We picked up a few more followers Monday night. Let's try to pick up a few more. If you don't already subscribe and follow any of our streaming platforms, YouTube, Twitch, or anywhere else we may be, go follow those so you can stay up to date with every time we go live. And for everyone at the Dirt Racing Network, for Roger Wagner, I'm Dominic Santina. Thank you for watching and tuning in tonight. Have a good night, and we will see you back here tomorrow night.